Will, this is your final time competing at a conference championship. How does it feel to be headed into the Big 12 and then really, mentality that this is like your last one?
I'm just excited. Trying not to dwell on it too much, that it's like my last one. I've had a great run. I'm super excited. I'm super grateful for the time I've spent wrestling my whole life. So it's not a sad thing. It's a happy thing. I'm reflecting on past performances and just hopeful for great future performance. So it's just a super exciting time. Really excited to go down to Tulsa this weekend. Hopefully, kick some butt. Bring home a Big 12 title, big team as well.
You're obviously a senior, but this is your first year here. Has there been anything that's surprised you about David Carr's leadership?
No, not really. I wasn't sure what to expect. Not knowing David, but just like seeing him with other he's a superstar of the sport. I'd say he's name brand recognition. I didn't know what he's gonna be like, but he's a super down to chill, goofy guy. Most of the guys on our team. He's just another one of the guys on the team. There's nothing that he doesn't think of himself better than anybody. So that's what makes David who he is, and great to be around.
Coach Dresser said it looks like you might be around 90% building to be as healthy as you can be. A, do you feel that way? And B, just what's it been like having to battle through, not like you probably haven't in the past, but to battle through injuries and try to be in the best state of health at the most important time?
Yeah, it's tough. I think a lot of people also have got, bruises and little minor injuries here and there. But so it's nothing that I'm not alone, so I'm not complaining about it. There's other guys on the team that are battling through stuff all up and down the lineup. So it's definitely been challenging, just trying to keep, the weight down, the cardio up, and just even just from being around the team, just because when you're going to treatment at different times, you're not with the team, and those couple duels I wasn't starting, it was weird. I wasn't doing all the day befores and going to the team dinners, and I wasn't, you feel like you're not a part of it anymore. So that's a little tough. So it's nice to be back in the full routine. And like I said before, everyone's hurt. I had a nagging injury in the beginning of the year, so obviously I'm not unfamiliar with trying to work through some stuff, and with it being my last my last year anyways, they'd have to cut my arm off before I not wrestle. So there's nothing stopping me right now. So I'm just like I said before, just super excited, grateful, and just ready to roll this weekend.
What's your process like preparing for something like this? Have you sat and gone through your entire bracket? Are you just focused on your first guy? What's that look like?
A little bit of both. I've wrestled most of the guys in the bracket already this year, so I'm not too worried about wrestling anybody new. So I'm not trying to look too far ahead in the bracket. I have a bye in the first round, and then I'll most likely have the Missouri kid again, and I'm looking to get that back. I thought I wrestled well against him last time. I just, made one mistake up with my back, and then, so I definitely am excited to re-wrestle him. I assume he's going to win it because he's the 4th seed. So that's what we'll have, and then if and when I win that, it's against Keck Eisen, who I've wrestled before, so I know what he's like. So I'm just, definitely one match at a time. And a lot of times I don't like to focus too much on my opponent, just because I like to wrestle my own style, and if I don't want to focus too much on anybody else, and I've been wrestling for a long time, and so I know that my abilities can take me to the top. So I'm just more focused on staying healthy, being ready to go, and just firing on all cylinders.
I know that you said, you've been injured, so you haven't been able to be part of those pre-duel rituals that you guys will go through, but what's it been like to be part of this team, just from, the friendships, the time you guys shared together in the practice room? What's that all been like?
Yeah, I was only for 2 weeks. I wasn't at the 2 duels that Tate started, which was awesome to see him out there. So it was just different. I was still around the team and stuff, but it wasn't the same. But this whole year has been great. I've made a lot of great friends, from the young guys like Nacknaborn and some other the younger guys like Chittum and stuff, being on the road with him. I've roomed with him a few times. And then older guys like Julian, it's been nice to hang out with him and like his daughter and his fiance, and Kreischer and Kyson Woodley and Huddy. Like all those older guys I've definitely just became closer friends with, just being closer in age. But those younger guys too, it's still been a great, friendship and bond. I still think of myself as a 18-year-old freshman a lot of the times. It's still fun to mess with them, and they give it back to me. Perryman, every time I walk by him, he'll just look at me, shake his head, and call me old man and walk away. So it's been great. Everyone's been super just cordial, and just they've been like awesome like teammates. They've known that like it's my last year, and they've been helped me a lot. From Dave, who's just a good teammate, down to like the backups too. Like everyone's just been awesome. We have a great team bond. Like on the road trips, we're always hanging out together. We're always watching the team fights and stuff. So it's been really great to finish my year out with a really strong team, like on the mat and off the mat. We're pretty close together too. So overall, it's just been a really great experience, and I honestly wouldn't change it for the world. So it's been awesome.
Leading into the Big 12 tournament this week, was there anything you guys kind of focused on in practice, or like any targeted specifics?
No, a lot of it was just more like individual focus. Getting together with our individual coaches, with St. John and Metcalf, and just working on like little things. I know I think like 2 or 3 times a week we lift with Coach St. John. I think it's Casey, MJ, Anthony, and Redding and I. We like all lift together, and we just do our individual lifts, and then we go on the mat. So it's just been more focused on like personal preference, and just trying to figure out like what little tweaks and things, and just trying to keep our bodies like healthy too. We don't want any soreness this week, so it's just been a lot of light stuff, just trying to like make sure everything's nice and sharp, and just being ready to go for Saturday.
All right, thank you.